My dear children, imagine the hush of a quiet chapel at dawn. The air is still, yet filled with a sacred calm. The golden glow of candles dances upon stone walls, while sunlight streams through stained glass in a gentle cascade of colors. A distant bell tolls softly, echoing across the silence, calling hearts to remember that I am here. In the deep stillness you feel the weight of the world slipping away, and your soul leans toward me, yearning for something eternal. I am the one who meets you in that longing. I am the Father who bends low to whisper into your heart. I am the fountain that never runs dry, and I invite you now to drink deeply. In my presence, the emptiness that gnaws at your heart will fade, and the shadows of dissatisfaction will be swept away. For here with me there is fullness of joy. Here with me there are pleasures that never fade. Stay, my dear children, linger in this holy hush, for I desire to fill you with life unending. My dear children, I know the places where you feel hollow. I see the searching, the striving, the restless hunger for meaning and peace. Many turn to fleeting pleasures, yet find themselves unsatisfied. But I tell you this, I have created you for my presence, and only in me will your soul be whole. I speak these words to remind you of what your heart has always known. I am not far away. I am near, as close as your very breath. When you turn toward me, you find rest. When you abide in me, you discover what the world cannot give. I am not a distant God watching from afar. I am your loving Father, drawing you close, whispering peace, covering you with my embrace. Stay with me now, for in these moments together, I will pour into you the joy that endures beyond every season. My dear children, this message is my gift to you, an invitation into the river of delights that flows from my heart to yours. My dear children, you were not created for emptiness. You were not formed for despair. I shaped you to walk with me, to know my joy, to taste the sweetness of life in my presence. Hear my promise. You make known to me the path of life. In my presence is fullness of joy. At my right hand are pleasures forevermore. This truth is the anchor of your heart, and it will never change. Picture a fountain overflowing with clear, living water. See how it never ceases, how it pours forth with strength, beauty, and abundance. This fountain is my presence. This is what I long to release within you. Every drop is joy, every stream is peace, every ripple is love. My dear children, step near to the fountain and let it wash away the dust of weariness. Drink deeply and let your soul awaken to delight. I know the burdens you carry. I know the restless ache, the nights of quiet sorrow, the mornings when the emptiness feels too heavy. But I am your healer, and I have prepared a place of rest for you. When you come to me, I lift the weight from your shoulders. When you rest in me, you are renewed. My joy is not fragile. It does not depend on circumstances. It flows eternal, like the river from my throne. My dear children, let go of the fear that tells you joy is beyond reach. Let go of the lie that fulfillment must be chased and earned. Hear my truth. Joy is found in me, freely given, overflowing like a fountain that cannot be stopped. Do not measure your worth by what the world offers. Measure your life by my love, for my love is unshakable, my delight in you unending. Pause with me in this moment. Breathe slowly and imagine light breaking through clouds after a storm. Feel the warmth upon your face. That light is my presence. I shine into every shadow, every hidden corner of your soul until emptiness flees. As the psalmist once declared, the joy of the Lord is your strength. And I say again, my joy is your strength. Do not think I only give joy when life is easy. No, my dear children, I pour joy even in the valley. I place peace within you when storms rage. I cause rivers to flow in deserts and springs to rise in dry places. My joy is not fleeting, it is eternal. Let it be your anchor when all else feels uncertain. Imagine now my embrace. I hold you as a father holds a child. You are safe here. In my arms there is no striving, no fear, only peace. Rest in this embrace and know that my joy surrounds you like a song that never ends. When you open your heart to me, I will guide you along the path of life. This path may twist and turn, but my hand will never let go of yours. I will lead you into green pastures beside still waters, into the depths of my delight. Walk with me, my dear children, and discover that every step in my presence is saturated with joy. Lift your eyes from the empty things that fade. Fix your gaze upon me, for I am your everlasting joy. I am the fountain that never runs dry, the spring that flows into eternity. And I say to you now, come and drink, for all that I have is yours. My dear children, do you see how the world often chases joy and yet never holds it for long? People search in wealth, in success, in pleasure, but what they gather slips through their fingers like sand. That is because joy is not found in things that fade. Joy is not manufactured by human effort. Joy is born in my presence, and it flows like an endless river from my heart into yours. I am the wellspring of gladness, the fountain of everlasting delight. When you abide with me, the dryness of your spirit is quenched. When you turn your face toward me, light breaks forth where there was once shadow. Hear me, my dear children. You will not find satisfaction outside of me, for I alone am your portion, your inheritance, your song. I know how easily you feel weary. The burdens of life press down, and the noise of this age fills your mind with distractions. Yet even in that noise, I am whispering. Even in the crowded streets of your thoughts, I stand as a quiet fountain waiting for you to drink. Do not believe that I withhold joy from you. I delight in giving you the fullness of my presence. It is my pleasure to pour gladness into your soul until it overflows. Think of the fountain again. Its water is not still, but alive, bubbling, moving, sparkling in the light. So is my spirit within you. My spirit stirs, quickens, and awakens new songs in your heart. I give you joy, not as the world gives. My joy is living, breathing, eternal. My joy is me living in you. My dear children, when you step into my presence, notice how the emptiness recedes. Notice how the hunger that once gnawed at your heart begins to ease. For here in me every longing finds its home. You do not need to strive for joy. You need only to rest in me, to look into my eyes, to trust my love. Then you will know what it means to live in the abundance of pleasures forevermore. Remember the words I have given you through the psalmist. In my presence is fullness of joy, not a little joy, not a half measure, but fullness, overflowing, complete. And at my right hand are pleasures forevermore. This is not a fleeting happiness that vanishes when storms come. This is joy anchored in eternity. Joy that sustains you through every season. Joy that carries you through trial and triumph alike. When the world shakes, my joy steadies you. When grief surrounds you, my joy becomes your hidden strength. When loneliness presses close, my joy reminds you that you are never alone. I am with you always, and my presence is your sanctuary. My dear children, I call you to live not in emptiness, but in abundance. The enemy would seek to convince you that you are empty, that nothing can fill the void. But I declare the truth. I fill all things with myself. The fullness of the earth is mine, and I pour that fullness into your life when you abide in me. The hollow places of your soul are not a curse. They are an invitation. They are the very places where my fountain flows in and fills. Pause with me now. Imagine standing at the edge of a river so pure, so bright, that its waters seem to glow. Imagine stepping in, letting it rush around your feet, feeling the coolness cleanse and refresh you. That river is my presence. Every moment you linger here, more of your weariness washes away. Every step you take into me, more of my joy flows into you. I tell you, my dear children, do not fear when you feel the ache of longing. That ache is a compass pointing you toward me. Do not despise your thirst, for it will draw you to the living water. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. I will not leave you empty. I will fill you again and again until you overflow with joy unspeakable and full of glory. I am not a father who rations his blessings. I do not measure out my presence with reluctance. No, I am lavish in love. I am abundant in mercy. My joy is poured out in rivers, not drops. Open your heart wide, and you will receive beyond what you can imagine. My dear children, hear me. You do not need to perform for my love. You do not need to earn my joy. I give freely because you are mine. I delight in you. Even now, as you listen, I rejoice over you with singing. I quiet you with my love, and I surround you with peace. Let my voice be louder than the voice of emptiness. Let my joy be stronger than the weight of sorrow. Every sunrise declares my faithfulness. Every star in the night sky reflects my glory. If I clothe the flowers in beauty, how much more will I clothe you in joy? If I provide rivers for the birds of the air, how much more will I provide rivers of gladness for your soul? Do not doubt my care. Do not question my desire to see you whole. I call you to walk with me daily, to abide in me as branches abide in the vine. Apart from me, you can do nothing. But with me, you bear fruit that lasts, fruit of joy, fruit of peace, fruit of love that overflows to others. When my joy fills you, it will not remain hidden. It will shine through your words, your actions, your very presence, drawing others to the fountain as well. My dear children, you were made for this. You were created to live in communion with me, to dwell in joy that never ends. Lift your eyes now, not to what is passing, but to what is eternal. Fix your gaze on me and let me be the fountain of delight within you, for I promise you this: in my presence you will find joy, beyond measure, and in my right hand pleasures that will never fade. My dear children, lean closer to me and hear my heart. You do not need to wander thirsty in deserts of emptiness, for I have already prepared a banquet for your soul. In my presence you are seated at a table where the cup overflows, where living bread satisfies every hunger, where joy flows like a river. Do not look to the barren lands of the world to fill you, for they cannot. They only leave you more weary, more hollow. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Come to me, and I will give you joy that endures. There is a lie that whispers to you, saying, "You must fix yourself before you can approach God. You must earn His joy." But I tell you, my dear children, this is not true. I welcome you as you are. Broken, weary, doubtful, restless, I receive you with open arms. My joy is not a prize for the perfect. My joy is a gift for the surrendered. Come, and I will clothe you in gladness. Come, and I will crown you with peace. Remember the fountain I showed you. It does not discriminate. It flows freely. Anyone who comes near may drink. So it is with my joy. It does not depend on your merit, but on my heart. And my heart toward you is overflowing with love. My dear children, when you step into my presence, you will see how my light transforms the shadows. You will discover that the loneliness you feared is replaced with my nearness. You will see that the shame you carried has no power when washed in my love. And in place of fear, you will find courage. In place of despair, you will find hope. In place of emptiness, you will find joy everlasting. Let your heart be still with me. Breathe in the peace that flows from my spirit. Imagine a meadow after rain, where the air is fresh and every blade of grass glistens with dew. That freshness, that renewal, that is what my joy does within you. It awakens what has grown weary. It strengthens what has grown weak. It revives what has grown dry. My dear children, I do not withhold good things from you. I am your Father, and every good and perfect gift comes down from my hand. When you come to me, I do not send you away empty. I fill you until your soul cannot contain it, until rivers of living water flow out of you and touch those around you. For joy is not only for you to hold, it is for you to share. As I fill you, so I call you to overflow. Picture yourself standing beneath a waterfall, the streams crashing down with unrelenting power, soaking every part of you. That is how my joy pours over you. It covers your mind, your heart, your spirit. It washes away every stain of hopelessness. It cleanses you of despair. And when you rise from beneath those waters, you will shine with my light, radiant and whole. I know, my dear children, that some days feel heavy. Some nights feel endless. But my joy is not bound by time. It is present in every moment, ready to be received. The world may say, joy comes only when all is well. But I say to you, joy comes because I am with you. I am Emmanuel, God with you, and my nearness is your gladness. Hear again my words. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Let those words sink into you. Strength does not come from striving. It does not come from controlling every outcome. True strength is found in surrender. Surrender to me, to my spirit, to my love that will never leave you. When you surrender, you find yourself held. And when you are held, you find joy unshakable. My dear children, consider how a child laughs in the arms of their parent, free from worry, full of trust. That is the kind of joy I invite you into. I want you to rest in me as children rest in their father's embrace. I want you to laugh freely, knowing that I hold your future. I want you to live unburdened, knowing that I have already overcome the world. When trials come, do not lose heart. Even then, my joy is present. I can bring songs into the midnight hour. I can fill prison cells with praise. I can cause light to shine in the deepest valley. My joy is not fragile. It cannot be stolen. It is rooted in eternity, grounded in who I am, and I am unchanging. My dear children, open your hearts wide and let me fill them. The vessel that is most empty is the vessel I can fill most completely. Do not despise your emptiness, for it is the space I long to inhabit. Do not fear your lack, for it becomes the canvas where I paint my abundance. Do not resist your longing, for it leads you to my presence where joy never ends. Let your soul drink deeply now. Picture the fountain once more, its waters clear, its flow endless. Step closer, cup your hands, and lift the water to your lips. Taste and see that I am good. Feel how your spirit awakens as my joy becomes your song. This is not imagination alone. This is reality. My presence is with you even now. My spirit is within you. My love surrounds you. My dear children, walk with this truth each day. When morning comes, rise and remember that my mercies are new, and with them comes joy. When evening falls, lay your head down and remember that I sing over you in the night. Every moment is marked by my presence, and every moment is an opportunity to live in my joy. So live as children of joy. Do not carry the weight of emptiness. Do not allow the world to define your worth. Let my love define you. Let my presence sustain you. Let my joy be your testimony. For when the world sees you filled with gladness that cannot be shaken, they will know that you have been with me, and through your life others will be drawn to the fountain as well. My dear children, never forget, in my presence is fullness of joy, and at my right hand are pleasures forevermore. This promise will not fail you. Hold it close, walk in it daily, rest in it always, for you are mine and I am yours forever. My dear children, open your ears to my voice, for I am speaking life into your weary places. You have carried burdens that weigh down your heart, and in carrying them you have felt drained and empty. But I tell you now, you do not need to carry what I have already lifted. Cast your cares upon me, for I care for you. When you release those burdens into my hands, you will find that what once seemed unbearable is replaced with peace. And in that peace, joy is born. Joy is not a fleeting spark that appears and disappears with circumstance. Joy is the steady flame of my spirit within you. The world may look at joy as laughter alone, but I tell you, joy is deeper than laughter. Joy is the assurance that I am with you. Joy is the calm after the storm when the skies clear and sunlight warms your face. Joy is the fountain that keeps flowing even when everything else seems dry. My dear children, have you not noticed that the heart that abides in me becomes like a garden watered by springs? Though seasons change, though winds may blow, that garden does not wither because my presence is its source. So it is with you. When you abide in me, you are never without joy, for I am always near, always giving, always flowing. Think of this. When you enter a room where sunlight pours through the windows, you do not need to strive to make the light shine on you. You need only to stand where it falls. So it is with my joy. You do not need to manufacture it. You only need to remain where my presence dwells. Stand with me, stay with me, and you will shine with a joy that others cannot ignore. There are moments when you feel unworthy of such joy, when your failures seem too great, when shame tells you that you cannot come near. But my dear children, hear me. There is no condemnation for those who are in me. The cross has already torn down the wall of separation. The blood of my Son has already opened the way into my presence. And where my presence is, joy abounds. Come boldly. Do not hesitate. You are welcomed. You are wanted. You are mine. Let my promises settle into your heart. Did I not say, I will never leave you nor forsake you? Did I not say, I am with you always, even to the end of the age? These are not empty words. They are truth unshakable. My nearness is constant, and in my nearness, joy is constant. Do not measure joy by your emotions, but by my eternal presence. Even when you cannot feel it, my joy is holding you. Even when you cannot see it, my joy is surrounding you. My dear children, when emptiness tempts you to despair, remember this. Emptiness is not the end of the story. Emptiness is the hollow vessel that I long to fill, and I never fill lightly. I pour in abundance. I pour until you overflow. I pour until the emptiness cannot remain. Do not be afraid of your emptiness. Bring it to me, and I will transform it into a testimony of my fullness. Imagine walking through a dry desert where the ground is cracked and all seems lifeless. Suddenly, a spring burst forth from the earth, clear and unstoppable, flowing into streams, filling the land with life. That is what I do within you. Where you once felt barren, I release rivers of living water. Where you once felt hopeless, I plant seeds of joy that blossom into beauty. Where you once felt broken, I weave wholeness, and my joy becomes your crown. My joy is not small, my dear children. It is vast as the heavens, deep as the oceans, strong as the mountains. It is joy that laughs at despair, joy that sings in the night, joy that triumphs over sorrow. This joy is your inheritance. It belongs to you because you belong to me. Do not think that joy will come only when everything in your life is perfect. If you wait for perfection, you will never taste its sweetness. Joy comes now, in this moment, in the midst of imperfection, because I am here. I am the perfection your heart craves. I am the beauty that completes your brokenness. I am the fountain that flows even in the wilderness. My dear children, allow this joy to flow through you. Do not dam up the river with worry or doubt. Do not block its streams with fear or shame. Let go and let it move. As you allow my joy to flow freely, it will refresh you and overflow into the lives of others. You will become a vessel of gladness, a testimony of my goodness, a beacon of light in a world that is hungry for hope. When you speak words of kindness, my joy is revealed. When you choose to forgive, my joy shines. When you lift your hands in worship, even in hardship, my joy is magnified. For joy is not hidden, it is seen, it is heard, it is felt. And through your life, others will glimpse the fountain and be drawn to me. I am calling you, my dear children, to live as carriers of joy. Do not keep this treasure buried within. Share it. Let the world see that emptiness is not the final word, that in my presence there is a better way, a living way. As you walk in joy, you carry the fragrance of heaven. You become a reflection of my love, and through you others will discover the fountain too. So be at peace, my dear children. Let your heart rest in the truth that I am your joy, your song, your delight forever. Nothing can take this from you, for it is sealed in my presence. The world did not give it, and the world cannot take it away. Live each day with this assurance. In me, your emptiness is gone, and your joy is made full. My dear children, lift your hearts and listen, for I am not far from you. I am closer than the air you breathe, nearer than the beat of your own heart. My presence surrounds you like a gentle covering, and in that covering you are safe. You are whole. You are filled with joy. You often search outwardly for what only I can give inwardly. You hope that success, relationships, possessions, or recognition will fill the void. Yet time and again those things prove fleeting. But I am eternal. My joy does not wane, it does not fade, and it does not depend on shifting seasons. My joy remains constant because I remain constant. And when you abide in me, you share in that constancy. My dear children, picture a mighty tree planted beside streams of water. Its roots sink deep, drawing nourishment day and night. Storms may bend its branches, winds may strip its leaves, yet it stands firm, flourishing season after season. That is the life of one who abides in my presence. You will not wither, for your roots are in me. And as the roots drink deeply, fruit appears. Joy is the fruit of abiding, and I will cause it to grow abundantly within you. Do not despise small beginnings of joy. Even a tiny seed carries the power of life. When you choose to whisper thanks in the morning, when you choose to breathe a prayer in the evening, when you choose to look toward me in trust, you are planting seeds of joy. Over time, those seeds will grow into a harvest that cannot be measured. And the harvest will not be for you alone, but for all who see my work in you. I know that sorrow touches you in this world. I see your tears, I hear your cries, I understand your pain. But I remind you now, sorrow may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning. This is my promise. Morning always comes, and with it, my joy rises like the sun, faithful and unstoppable. Trust me, even when you walk in darkness, that joy is on its way. My dear children, joy is not the absence of trials, but my presence within them. When Daniel entered the lion's den, he was not alone. My presence brought him peace. When Paul and Silas sat in prison, my presence gave them songs in the night. When my son faced the cross, he endured for the joy set before him. So too with you. Trials will come, but so will my joy. It is my gift, and no circumstance can take it from you. Rest in me now. Feel the stillness settle over your soul like a blanket. Imagine the fountain once again, clear waters flowing endlessly. Step into that fountain, Let it cover your mind with clarity, your heart with peace, your soul with delight. Allow it to wash away the residue of worry and replace it with assurance. For I am faithful, and my joy is real. My dear children, live each day as those who know their Father delights in them. Too often you believe you must earn my smile, but my smile rests upon you already. I rejoice over you, not because of what you achieve, but because you are mine. My joy in you is everlasting, and as you learn to rest in my joy, you will find your heart lightened, your steps strengthened, your perspective lifted. Think of a bird that sings before the dawn has broken. It does not wait to see the sun before it sings. It trusts that the morning will come. So sing even in the night. Rejoice even in uncertainty, for your song of faith will open your heart wider to my joy, and I will not fail to fill it. My dear children, let your eyes be opened to see my goodness in every detail. The laughter of a child, the beauty of creation, the kindness of a friend, all are reminders of my joy woven into your daily life. Learn to notice them, to treasure them, to thank me for them. As you do, your heart will grow more aware of my presence, and where my presence is, joy will overflow. There is a fountain within you, not because of who you are, but because of who I am. My Spirit dwells in you, and He is a river of living water. Let Him flow freely. Yield to His promptings, listen to His whispers, and He will lead you deeper into joy. When you are tempted to despair, let my Spirit remind you of truth. When you are tempted to fear, let Him fill you with peace. And when you are tempted to doubt, let Him assure you that my promises are sure. My dear children, your joy is not fragile. It is not like glass that shatters easily. It is strong because it is rooted in me. Guard it by staying close to me. Do not let the voices of this world drown out my voice. Do not let distractions pull you from the fountain. Choose each day to turn your heart toward me, and you will find my joy renewing you again and again. You were made for more than survival. You were created for delight. I designed you to walk with me in the cool of the day, to laugh freely, to rest without fear, to rejoice continually. This is not beyond your reach, it is your inheritance. For I have given you my Spirit as a guarantee, and through Him joy unending flows. So walk in it, my dear children. Walk in joy when the road is smooth, and walk in joy when the road is steep. Let your joy be a light to those still wandering in emptiness. Let your gladness be a testimony that I am alive, that I am present, that I am faithful. For when the world sees you rejoicing in me, they will know that there is a fountain greater than all this world can offer. And never forget, in my presence, you are complete. In my presence, you are renewed. In my presence, you are filled with joy that cannot be shaken, joy that will carry you into eternity. Stay with me, abide in me, and let my joy be your song forever. My dear children, linger here with me just a little longer. Do not rush away from this sacred space, for I am still pouring my love into you. Like the gentle glow of dawn breaking across the horizon, my presence fills the place of your heart that once felt empty. I do not hurry these moments. I savor them because I delight in you. You have heard of my joy, and you have felt it stir as a whisper within you. Now let it settle deeper. Let it take root like a seed planted in good soil, watered by the streams of living water. In time, that seed will grow into a tree of gladness, strong and unshakable. Its branches will spread wide, and its fruit will feed not only your soul, but the souls of those who encounter you. For my joy in you is never meant to be hidden. It is a fountain designed to overflow. My dear children, look to the sky and see how light breaks through clouds after the storm. The darkness cannot resist the dawn. So it is with my presence. When you come to me, despair gives way to hope, and sorrow gives way to laughter. I am the God who brings beauty from ashes, who turns mourning into dancing, who clothes my children in garments of praise. Let this truth wash over you now. Your emptiness is not the end of your story, for I have filled you with myself. Hear my promise again, spoken long ago, yet still alive for you this very moment. In my presence there is fullness of joy. At my right hand are pleasures forevermore. This is not a fleeting happiness that comes and goes with circumstance. It is eternal delight, rooted in my very being. I am your unending source, the fountain that will never run dry. My dear children, let your heart rest in this. The world may offer you temporary satisfactions, but I offer you life everlasting. The world may hand you distractions that fade, but I give you treasures that endure. Choose to drink from the living waters I provide, and you will never thirst again. The river of my joy flows ceaselessly, winding through every valley, rushing across every desert, filling every hollow place. Come to the river and rest. I see the burdens you carry, the worries that weigh on you, the hidden sighs no one else hears. Lay them down now. Place them at my feet, and let me lift the weight. My dear children, do not carry alone what I long to bear for you. Do not walk in shadows when I have called you into light. Take my hand and walk with me, for I am gentle and humble of heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Imagine now the embrace of a father who has been waiting eagerly for his child to return home. That embrace is mine. I wrap you in my arms, and I will never let you go. Here, in my embrace, you are safe. Here, you are cherished. Here, joy becomes your song. Let that embrace linger in your spirit, even when this moment ends, for my arms remain around you always. My dear children, I remind you that joy is not something you must chase. It is not something distant you must reach. Joy is already yours, because I am already yours. As branches draw life from the vine, so you draw joy from me. Abide, and you will abound. Rest, and you will flourish. Trust, and you will discover that even in trials, joy is possible, because it flows from my unchanging presence. Do not fear the future, for I hold it in my hands. Do not dwell on the past, for I have redeemed it through the sacrifice of my Son. Look instead to me, your present help, your faithful Father. As the psalmist declared, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Let these words echo in you. I will lead you beside still waters. I will restore your soul. I will guide you on paths of righteousness for my name's sake, and goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. My dear children, I speak blessing over you now. May peace settle in your spirit like dew upon the morning grass. May hope rise in you like the sun cresting over the mountains. May joy bubble within you like a fountain that cannot be silenced. And may you walk forward with courage, knowing that you are never alone. I am with you, and my joy is your strength. When you feel weak, remember that my strength is made perfect in weakness. When you feel dry, remember that rivers of living water flow within you. When you feel small, remember that I delight in lifting up the humble. And when you feel lost, remember that my hand guides you, my voice leads you, my love surrounds you. My dear children, let this blessing extend beyond this moment. Carry it into your daily life. Let it color the way you speak, the way you think, the way you love others. Let my joy become the fragrance of your life, a fragrance that draws others to me. For in a world aching with emptiness, your joy will stand as a testimony of my goodness. Do not be afraid to share this joy. Speak it gently into conversations. Let it shine through your actions. Let it radiate in your smile. In doing so, you spread my light into places that long for hope. Remember always that joy is not diminished when shared. It multiplies, and the more you give it away, the more I will pour into you. As you go now, my dear children, go in peace. Let the stillness of my spirit remain with you. Let the calm after the storm be your portion. Let the warmth of my presence accompany you through the hours ahead. And when night falls, rest in the assurance that I sing over you with love, that my watchful eye never closes, and that my joy will greet you again with the dawn. And now, before you depart, I gently encourage you. If this message has touched your heart, share it with others. Let your brothers and sisters taste the joy that you have received. My dear children, consider leaving your reflections, your testimonies, your words of gratitude, for in doing so, you encourage others who are listening. And if you desire more of these moments together, remain connected. By subscribing and returning, you choose to dwell again in this sacred space where my voice speaks directly to you, not as a command, not as a burden, but as an invitation of love. I encourage you to share this message, to leave your heart's response, to stay connected so that others too may discover the joy that is found only in my presence.